Alright, let's get right into it. First off, I want to set the tone by saying something up front. What we're going to talk about today is a mix of hype, speculation, and excitement. We know that Baru is getting a refresh in the upcoming update. That's not a maybe, that's confirmed, and we can expect some solid new animations, likely a buff to some of his core moves, and even potentially brand new moves entirely. But in this video, I want to pivot a bit and dive into something a little different. Something that's been floating around the community, and I'm honestly surprised it hasn't been talked about more. I'm talking about NEL Barou. Now before you get too hyped, no, NEL Barou hasn't been confirmed. There's no teaser, no dev hints, nothing like that. But if you've been following the update cycles and patterns, you'll know that after this Barou refresh, the next style on the roadmap is Loki. That's been more or less confirmed. So if we think ahead, based on that pacing, we might not be seeing Neal Buu for another month or two. Maybe August at the earliest. But, and this is a big but, there's always a chance the devs decide to surprise drop him early. Just like they did with this Barou refresh. Honestly, nobody saw that one coming. I thought we'd get another polishing patch or maybe a rebalance, but they're clearly trying to fix their missteps from Barou's original rework, and I'm really glad about that. So if you're into the idea of NL Barou, if you want to hear what it could look like and how his potential moves might actually work in-game, then this video's for you. But before we dive deeper, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps out, and we're pushing for 20,000 subs by the end of June. With your support, we can definitely get there. Alright, let's get into the real meat of this. Let's start with something that's becoming more and more clear. The game is steadily being filled with NEL versions of players. Almost every major NEL character ends up being mythic tier or even world class, which means we're probably heading for a bit of an oversaturation of high tier NEL styles. Now, this isn't a bad thing necessarily, these characters are awesome, but it does raise a real concern. How do the devs plan to balance this out long term? I don't really have an answer. I'm genuinely curious what you all think. So drop a comment below with your ideas. If I see one that really stands out, I'll make sure to give it a thumbs up and even feature it in a future video. Now, back to Neal Buu. Let's be honest, he's absolutely going to be world class. There's no way around it. In the manga, he's easily top 5 across Blue Lock when you exclude coaches and masterclass players. He's right up there with Nel Isagi and Kaiser. So it makes total sense that his style, and especially his flow, would be ranked among the elite. And now, let's get into this concept I found. This might just be the best fan-made concept for a future style I've ever read. It was posted in the official Blue Lock Rivals Discord, and I'm telling you, it's perfect. Every part of the kit is lore accurate, it's fun, it's not broken, and most importantly, it just feels like Barou. So, let's go over it. Base Kit C move. Stealth kill shot on the ball. Only usable when there's an enemy directly in front. It unleashes a powerful, slightly curved shot that also stuns the goalkeeper for 0.4 seconds. Cooldown, 25 seconds. His second variant, Devour off the ball. When a teammate passes to another, you can intercept the ball mid-pass, but only if you're in close range. Think of it like Karasu's ultimate, but focused solely on pass interception. V-move, shot feint on the ball. When an opponent is nearby, you perform a fake shot. If they don't react, it becomes a powerful direct shot. But if they go in for the tackle, they get ragdolled and stunned for 4 seconds as you transition into a chop feint. Cooldown, 35 seconds. And of course, the second variant, V variant, King Block off the ball. If you're near a teammate and an enemy shot is approaching between you two, you both instantly move to intercept. It's kind of like a clutch double team defensive animation. B move, Predator Eye, off the ball. When you're not in possession, your field of view narrows by 30%. For 15 seconds, if an enemy near you passes the ball, you instantly intercept and gain a massive speed and shot accuracy buff. Cooldown, 45 seconds. Awakening. Awakening dialogue. I think this embarrassment is enough to terminate our agreement. I quit this lousy job. Awakening. Animation. A red and black lion aura surrounds Barou as he charges the screen. Pure madness. Passive Awakening. Buffs. 450% Power Predator. Eye activated automatically. All normal shots become as powerful as power shots. See Awakening. Unruly dribble, a mix of heel flicks and chop feints with plus 10% speed, which stacks with the 20% Awakening speed buff. Slows opponents by 10% for 8 seconds. CD, 50 seconds, one-time use. V, Awakening. Nutmeg. Shot on the ball. Activates a cutscene where Barou nutmegs a player in front. If another player is behind them, it nutmegs both and increases the shot's speed by 50%. CD, 50 seconds, one-time use. B, Awakening. Small fry off the ball. Cutscene plays when near an opponent with the ball. Barou shouts naive. A teammate steals the ball and passes it to Barou, who slips behind the enemy. CD, 50 seconds, one-time use. Flow, Predation. King World, Class Flow. Buff. When active, every shot stuns the goalkeeper for 0.3 seconds. Yes, this stacks with Barou's abilities. This kit in my opinion, is pretty balanced for Barou, and it also sounds good. It's not like a Kaiser style where you can just spam your one-shot ability and score every time. No offense to the Kaiser mains, since I am one of them. And you know what else I'd love to see? Chemistry between Barou and Don Lorenzo. I mentioned this in my last video about Barou's refresh. There's a real opportunity here for a dev-created chem bonus. Devs have been pushing chemistry more recently, and with 3 existing pairs already having chemistry, I wouldn't be surprised if Barou and Don got one too. Maybe not in the refresh, but definitely if and when NEL Barou drops. Or hey, maybe both versions of Barou get chemistry with Don. That'd be awesome. So what do you think? Does this concept live up to the potential of NEL Barou? Would you want to see a version like this in the game? And do you agree that the influx of NEL mythics and world-class styles could become a problem in terms of overall balance? And now, completely off topic, but still tied to Blue Lock rivals, I want to bring up something that's been on my mind, and honestly, on a lot of players' minds too. Have you noticed the game's slowly been falling off the active games list? Now, don't get me wrong, the game still has solid numbers. But I think if things keep going the way they are, we might have a problem. And I say this with no offense to the devs or Miro, but more as a voice of the community. Because the truth is, many of us have been noticing that recent updates sometimes just don't hit the mark. We're getting moves and mechanics that aren't in the manga at all, like Hiyori's snow domain shot, or Aiku's snake shot, which spins like a snake instead of being a real knuckleball. Or abilities that feel way too strong, like pre-nerf domain Nel Rin, or Aiku's current territory move, which still feels a little unfair. The animations too, they're okay. Some are even great, like Aiku's recent cinematic for his shot and block, but others like Nel Rin or Otoya just don't feel as polished. And again, this isn't hate. It's just a reminder that animation matters. When other games are raising the bar, it pushes everyone to improve. And honestly, the best update I've seen from Miro was the QOL patch. That one felt amazing. If we could just get more of that, like even half as much every update, it would make a huge difference. Because we all know the dev team has the talent. They've proven it before. So yeah, that's everything I wanted to share today. What do you think about the NEL Buu concept? Would you want to see those moves in-game? And how do you feel about the game's current direction overall? Let me know in the comments. I always read through what you all say, and it really helps shape what I cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.